Hello everybody, welcome back to Bear Beer Reviews, second review of the night, because we might as well go with some hops if we already drunk some hops. We've got Ballast here from San Diego. I really enjoyed some of the beers from when I was at their little tap room in Little Italy in San Diego. Pretty cool guys. This is the Big Eye India Pale Ale. We tried sculpin and different variations on sculpin. But this is a different one. This is another one of our IPAs. As with most San Diegan breweries, there tends to be more than one IPA on the menu. I like that. You don't have to just have one IPA. You can have several, IPAs. There's a lot of hops. Why not try different ones? So on the side of the can here it says, that beer that helps put San Diego IPAs on the map. Our Big Eye IPA is a hoppy brew thanks to the abundance of American Columbus and Centennial varieties we use to flavour and dry hop. While the English originally added extra hops to preserve the beers for sea travel, we do it for the love of all that bold, intense flavour that makes the India Pale Ale one of our favourite styles. And they are one of the masters at doing it. San Diego is the home of the modern West Coast IPA, so you can pretty much expect that. So let's crack this one open. I can never get my finger, I'll cut my fingernails tonight so I can't. Best sound in the world. And pour it out into a glass. There we go. So we actually have a little bit more colour here. I've still got a little bit of a remaining bit of the citrus sunshine slacker we just had. You can see there's a very big variance of the colour. Well, this is kind of strawberry, a little bit of peachy note to it. This is far deeper in colour, much more, almost amber actually, having a look at it. It kind of looks like the IPA that we brew out of, and ours is definitely on the juicy and a little bit more character side. On standard IPA, but it's got a nice little head that's sticking around in the glass. Pretty good. A little bit chill haze again, but I'm pretty sure it's quite clear. So let's get in there and give it a go and smell. Oh yeah, this one's got some dankness in it. It's got a really big dank resiny note underneath it all, like the fresh hop aroma, that kind of marijuana note, but it's got a really classic grapefruit nose on it as well. Alongside kind of sweet blood orange thing. There's definitely a little bit of honey note in it as well. Some of the malt characters coming through. And, I mentioned ABV. It's a typical trick of mine. I must kick myself every time I do it. I'm sure this one clocks in quite high. Yep, 7%. Can you just see on the side of the can? It's a 7%er, so what I consider to be kind of a sweet spot for IPAs. Definitely more intense on the nose and jumps out the glass a little more than a kind of lower ABV beer. So cool. Cheers everyone, let's get in there and give it a good old try. Yeah. I would say this is probably a more balanced beer than the Sculpin, but definitely not in a bad way. There's a lot of sweet malt character that comes through, like a real balanced bready note, along with a bit of caramel in it as well, a little bit of sweetness. And then you get a really nice resinous, oily mouthfeel from all the hops that are in there. You get dankness that comes through, you get pine and resin, you get this nice pithy grapefruit, lemon zest, limes, that sort of flavour. And then that kind of ends with this nice malt character holding it underneath, the bready malts come through more, a little bit of sweeter, that resinous note kind of dies away, and that those citrus notes become a little bit sweeter, and it ends kind of soft. It's nice defined bitterness, but ends a little bit softer. The Scorpion's much more kind of really catty and resinous and dank, and this grapefruit nose is so powering, and the bitterness is very strong, and this is a little bit softer, I would say. And by no means a bad beer. It's going down really well and rather easily for a 7%er. Now I know I tried this one quite fresh in San Diego, and I can't remember off the top of my head I can't remember what I reviewed it, but probably when compared alongside other San Diegan IPAs at the time, I probably give it a good score, but probably not as much as I'll give it tonight, because I would say this is I'd say it's probably an 8.5 actually. It's nice and balanced. It's probably more in the English style, as in more malt character in it. Tons of flavour, and you can't really fault it for what it is, but there are bigger, bolder, more vibrant, zingy, and probably, again this one's from Brewdog, there's probably some fresher beers around than this little fellow here. Doesn't actually, there's a code on the bottom, but I couldn't decipher from that what it means when it was canned or not. Still, really good IPA, really worth getting out and trying. So please like, favourite, comment and subscribe. Until the next Bear Beer review, cheers.